undercoat. Yeah, that was silly. That was silly. And right now he is prepared for winter. So last week when it was like 80 degrees, he was miserable. And that's because he's still prepped for cold weather. All wolves have 2 layers to their coat, the undercoat and the top coat. And the undercoat's made of very soft, warm, gray fur. It thickens in the fall, and he holds on to it until this time of year. And you can see it just kind of little tufts sticking out. It's soon going to fall off his body like sheets of soft wool. Last year we could probably fill one of those kitchen garbage bags with 1 season shedding alone. And really, it's interesting. What will dictate the shedding process is a hormone called prolactin. And this hormone is triggered by length of day. The day cycles, the sun cycles will trigger lots of different changes in lots of different species. Oh, that must feel good. And what happens is days lengthen, the days grow longer. This hormone of prolactin increases in both male and female wolves. And this increase in hormone will cause a lot of different changes. The first thing it will do is help the female wolves, the breeding females, produce milk for their young. The second thing it'll do is it actually makes all of the wolves, both male and female, really mellow and tolerant and patient. And all these laid-back wolves in the springtime, that actually helps pup survival. So they have 8 to 10 puppies that are crawling all over them, needing them, wanting for food every single second. Those pups are going to have a much better chance of survival if they're not bothering, if their parents aren't bothered by them. But also, this increase in prolactin will help them shed that undercoat. And that undercoat will come out. Soon, Atka will look downright scrawny. He's going to look very lanky and thin and lean because he's not going to be nearly as fluffy. Now, the top part of his coat is the part of the coat that keeps him dry. Those hairs, he's not soft like a bunny rabbit or a chinchilla. He's actually, his coat's kind of coarse, it's rough, and will help repel rain, snow, and sleet. And together, the 2 layers of an Arctic wolf, a wild Arctic wolf's coat, will keep that animal nice and cozy in temperatures as cold as 70 degrees below zero. So it's amazing when you think about what his wild brothers and sisters have to do in order to survive. Just to put in perspective, the high Arctic is covered with snow and ice most of the year. Even during the brief summer, the ground is permanently frozen. So they even have to have certain unique circulation to make sure the pads of their feet don't freeze. They're against that icy substrate. They can never put on booties or slippers or put their feet up. Everything about the way Atka looks, he looks that way because that's the way the pressures of Mother Nature have designed Arctic wolves. They tend to be smaller than some other wolves. He only weighs about 80 to 85 pounds. Shorter legs, shorter muzzle. His ears aren't quite as long. They're kind of rounded and smaller. Super duper big feet that allow wolves to travel atop the crusty layer of deep snow instead of sinking into the snow.
Coffee?
Oh, no.
Wait,
Oh my God! Look at the treat.
So before I talk about what he just did, by having those snowshoe-like feet, enabling them to travel atop the crusty layer of snow instead of sinking into the snow like their prey would, it gives them a great advantage when it comes to hunting during winter time. So Atka, he loves Starbucks. Who doesn't? And basically, he loves it so much, he wanted to not only eat it, but then mark the part of the floor that has, he really loves it, mark the part of the floor that had a little bit on it as his own. Wolves do not have to go to the bathroom in order to mark their territory. In fact, they have scent glands on different parts of their body. Wolves have scent glands in the bottom of their paws, so every step he takes, he leaves his scent behind. I don't know if you've ever seen dogs do this.
Yep.
When they do that, not only are they leaving a scent mark on the ground, but also a visual marker by their scratch marks saying, I was here. It's like graffiti for a wolf. Now also, they have scent gland on the back of his tail. You guys are getting a view of that black spot. That's where he also has a scent gland. And they also have scent glands on the back of their shoulders. So what happened here is Atka liked the smell, and he wanted to mark it as his own, so he did a good roll in there. So now this spot not only smells like Starbucks, but it also smells like Atka. So if another wolf were to go up and smell that area, they'd go, uh-oh, this spot belongs to Atka, it's his territory, I should be careful. Now the other thing that's going on is now Atka smells like Starbucks. So why do you think, are you posing for my camera? Why do you think a wolf or another predator would want to smell like something other than what they are?
Disguise.
And why would they want to disguise themselves? Surprise who? Their prey, yeah. So they can more easily sneak up on their prey. I mentioned, slide of Little Red Riding Hood. And of course in Little Red Riding Hood, oh my gosh, see, I can't get enough of him. Thank you. No, he's been posing. Yes. But in Little Red Riding Hood, the big bad wolf eats Grandma, in the real version, puts on Grandma's nightgown, puts on disguise, and tries to trick a cute little girl. What real wolves will do is they will actually disguise themselves in different scents to more easily sneak up on not little cute little girls, but rather their prey. This is a great secret weapon that a lot of predators will employ. African lions are known to roll in elephant dung. So let's be happy that Atka likes Starbucks. Questions? Yes? Can he stand on his hind legs? Sometimes they do. Not like bears, though. How bears are just kind of like, oh, they don't, they have to be leaning on something. And when he does stand on his hind legs, he's about 6 feet tall. He's almost. Sorry, I gotta get this. Atka. Thank you. Yes. Can we get in the howl? Unfortunately, Atka doesn't howl indoors. It's just not, you'd probably be like, why on earth would I howl inside? So, he just doesn't do it. We've tried it. But when people come and visit us, they're guaranteed, pretty much guaranteed to howl with some wolves. It's funny, Zephyr and Alewa, they're almost full grown, but Zephyr's voice, the little boy, the one that's really dark, he's a really high voice still. His voice hasn't changed. So I tease him all the time. It's kind of funny. Yeah?
At the wolf center, you said that you released some of them in your children. At the wolf center, do you allow them to hunt? Do you release small animals?
That's a great question. With the animals that are released candidates at the wolf center, do we allow them to hunt?